Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Komorebi. If you want to play this game, it's on Steam. Anyways, on the last Let's Play, we met a new person. The creator of the universe, or their avatar, that being Clace. And played a drinking game, in which case we absolutely obliterated Taylor the rabbit. Anyways, lay down on the couches and stare up at the ceiling. Dante and Taylor do the same, while Clace and Isaac lie on the floor. I mean, I guess the floor up here is a bit cleaner than downstairs. It was basically unspoken, but all decided to take a quick breather.
Hey, how'd you two meet anyway? This must have taken a lot of coordination.
Not really.
Yeah, we met on Taylor's stream. Nothing crazy. He mentioned he was taking a break from work, so I invited him over.
How does that work? I mean, truth be told, as a person in their, early 30s at the time, I'm surprised I met my main group of friends. Granted, I was so entirely inebriated, I did not remember meeting them or making friends with them, but I made a video of making friends with them. I was following somebody, and then that's how I made probably one of my most popular videos, VR Fur Friends. Or, VR Chat 3 Hanging with Furries. It was just like, oh, cool. This is how I met, like, my closest group of friends. Nice.
Seriously? I keep a pretty good eye on who's watching my stream. Even if they don't chat, I can still check out the user list. Can't say I ever noticed your name pop up there.
Oh, I don't use that name online. Or my legal name. The agency gave me a spare account so I could be anonymous. Isaac didn't even know who I really was until around a week ago.
Yeah, it's basically a burner account that influential people get. If he went around posting as himself, he'd never have peace of mind. The account basically vanishes if his identity is compromised.
Sounds like a spy novel. Is that even fair? A license to do whatever you want online?
I mean, that's what Twitter is, isn't it? These days.
Well, I'm still subject to changes in my score, so it's not like I use it for evil or anything. It's just an extra layer of security.
I mean, you could use it for evil. Like, posting pictures of your butthole on Twitter. For free.
I think that's pretty cool. Good to know they care about your safety.
Yeah, totally. They pitched it as a digital security guard. It keeps people at arm's length, but it's not always good. Because then I have to deceive people like Isaac. I was worried he'd hate me when I told him the truth. Any way you look at it, I lied to him for ages.
I mean, don't think they would hate you, kind of thing, right?
But it's not like he wanted to. He didn't have any ulterior motives either.
True, but I still feel a little guilty. So buying out the bar was more like a peace offering. I'd like to get things off to a good start. No secrets between friends.
I mean, you could buy out your friends better than with flying with them with booze.
No place for those here. Yeah, not if we plan to be friends forever.
Forever?
Forever.
Until death, in Isaac's words. We were getting a bit sappy earlier.
Death? Sappy?
Yeah, we're a quirky bunch. And I don't plan on dying anytime soon. So I hope you're good with being friends for a long while.
Yeah, dying is underbolted, so...
Yeah, of course.
Somebody's could die. Clace laughs, but I can tell that he's a little weirded out.
You know, I don't feel like I'm an outsider anymore. That card game really helped me get to know all of you. Before you came upstairs, I was worried you'd hate me.
Well, I mean, your music is trash. But you are kind of hot. Just saying.
Nah, Isaac is a pretty good judge of character. When he vouched for you, I knew we were in for a good time. He was just being shady about everything
That's
until the
legit.
last minute.
Yeah, I'll take responsibility for that one. I hope you can understand why we needed some privacy.
He looks to the side, like he's a little shy about what he'll say next.
I'd also like to request that you offer me more during my stay.
You want more?
Of course. So, just to get things straight, you're on
Oh,
a small
privacy.
hiatus from your music career.
Yeah, just wrapped up my tour, so it seemed fitting. And I don't need to start a new album for a while yet. Combine both of those facts, and boom, freedom.
Heck yeah.
We're gonna make the most of it, too. Don't want you looking back on this with any regrets.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Isaac. For everything.
While they talk, I get off the couch and slowly walk away. I need to go pee, so I do it off the balcony. I let them know that I'm just taking a quick breather. It's been a wild night. As I get in to walk, I hear the laughs slowly dissipate, replaced by music. I look off the railing down the first floor. Everyone seems to be having the time of their life tonight. Even though the music is pretty chill. Makes me wonder if any of them know what's going on up here. Chaos would probably ensue if the nucleus was mere feet away. I don't know much about him, but I know he could easily draw a crowd. That's probably the most important quality for somebody in his line of work.
Experience heart-to-heart fragment. Place 1.
No! I stand in front of the railing, watching the activity on the dance floor. It hasn't been too long since I arrived, but I'm starting to feel a sense of home. There's just something about this place, and these people. I feel at ease. I'm even able to establish a rapport with people I've never met. It's like the weights that hindered me back at home was completely eliminated. This could be the honeymoon period, of course, but I'm going to enjoy every second. Ooh. Glace approaches me, staring me out of my reverie? Out of my...
Hey, how are you holding up?
I can't do that
This is
word.
the first time I've seen you away from the rest of the group. We're all having a blast, you know. I hope you feel the same way.
Well, do you want to smooch? Of course, I need a breather. Well, it's a lot better now that I know I'm alone with you. Like in the first game, there wasn't really any romancing stuff going on. In the second game, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna romance people, and then after the first thing, I just kind of backed off. Because, like, I knew who I wanted to get at, but then kind of fell into other stuff. But then, in this game, some people seem to reciprocate quite hardly. Let's just go whole hog.
What? Are you flirting with me? That's never really been one of my strong suits, Delta. But I do think you're cool. That's why I decided to come check on you.
Damn, it do be like that. He gives me a soft smile before taking another long sip of his drink. I thank him for coming over and checking on me, and I expect him to leave. Much to my surprise, however, he stays beside me, enjoying my company. We watch the dance floor together, and I'm a little flattered. Someone of his status choosing to spend time with me? As that thought consumes my mind, I can't help but ask him.
Status? And what status do you mean exactly? People say that all the time, but they have no idea what this industry is like. I can guarantee that you'd outrank me tenfold if we compared our scores.
Personally, I know people with ranks and stuff like that. And, I try not to let it get. Like, how do I put it? Treat everyone the same? Like, not even just like, hey, don't be a dick to some people and not to others, but also be like, hey, if there's somebody that's a bit higher level than you, try and treat, if they're a dick to you, try and treat them as you would anyone else, you know? It's a bit harder to explain while, in talking.
People like me, artists I mean, are known for having awful scores. Art has always been about challenging the status quo, at least to me. The system hates that, and every new song is a nosedive for my score.
I tell him that I'm not talking about the system. I'm talking about his fame and fortune as a pop star. However, I'm a bit surprised that his score is low. Also, like, what is he singing about? Is he like, fuck the system, or is he just like, I like drinking booze and having party time? Like, if he's in, conservative America, then yeah, I could see how that could be a negative thing. Because what was that thing where it was like, I want to rock and roll all night and party every day was considered satanic or something?
Oh, jeez. Now I'm embarrassed for going off on a tangent. Whenever somebody mentions status, I always think about the system. We're just numbers in a computer. Fame and fortune will always come second to that.
I mean, numbers aren't bad. He takes another sip of his drink.
It goes against my values to treat one group of people better than another, too. So this status that you're talking about, it's from the outside looking in. When I watch you and your friends, I'm actually pretty jealous.
He's envious of us? Ask him to elaborate.
At this point, I think the alcohol is elaborating, not me. But everybody dancing down there, I bet they wish they could be up here. They'd probably even abandon their friends and family for a life of luxury. And by the time they regret it, it'd already be too late. Once you get into a world like this, there's no getting out. You're just there, watching them, and wanting to go back.
Or, sometimes them watching you.
I could tell that you and your friends were worried. It was clear. You didn't really know if you'd fit in with me or not, but honestly, I was terrified that I wouldn't fit in with you.
Yeah, you're gay like us, he scoffs.
I said I wanted to have a good time, and now I'm bringing you down. Let's make a deal, alright? Drop the whole status thing between us. That's not something I can ask of them, but I know I can ask it of you.
Damn, I do be like that sometimes. He motions down towards the dance floor, and I understand what he means. That I am on the same level of superiority as he is, because I'm of the same status. No, wait, actually, he wants me to treat him as an equal. Especially now that people are starting to recognize his face. Look up at him on the dance floor, taking pictures of us.
Just like they want to be up here, I want to be down there. That velvet rope keeps me in just as much as it keeps them out. For my safety, they always say. Like I can't take care of myself. But I hope that you and your friends can change that. I don't have to be up here alone anymore. I can be with all of you. Hold on. Let me get this over with. It's rude to keep an audience hanging.
He leans over the railing a little bit, blowing a kiss to the crowd. With a smile and a pose for the photos, it seems like his work is done. They cheer, but it's peculiar, like his personality changed just for the crowd.
Well then, let's get away from all those prying eyes. If I'm not mistaken, you owe me a few facts about yourself.
Okay, I'm hella gay. I'm also polyamorous. I love dicks. I nod and follow him back to the core area of the VIP deck. We sit down across from each other, and he leans back, stretching. Dante, Taylor, and Isaac are still hanging out. Their distance provides us with privacy. There's an empty glass on the table between us, and then stares at me. I could tell he's trying to get a read on me. Like, he can tell just from the sight. With a quick shrug, I rest back in my chair and wait for him to speak.
There's something different about you. Maybe it's because we're both fish out of water here. Lost and clueless, but lost and clueless together, right?
It's because I cannot see the future this time around. Another smile. I give him one in return. Bonding over a shared struggle makes some sense to me. It's not easy moving from place to place. Sorry. Give me 1 second. It's not easy moving to a place you know almost nothing about.
So, why did you move exactly? I know your friends are here, and Isaac offered you a room, but yeah. Running away from something? Looking for something new?
I tell him it's a mix of both, honestly. At home, I felt held back. I needed a big change and more freedom. I also don't know what I want in life, so I ask if it's an excuse to find myself.
Find yourself?
So I
I've
guess.
been there. It's not really what you'd think. Sometimes, finding yourself just means realizing how lost you really are. In the face of something like that, blissful ignorance almost seems preferable.
It might just be the alcohol, but that sounded rather profound. Click. Clace immediately leans forward, giggling at what he just said.
I am so putting that in my next song. Look, we just met and you're already inspiring me. Let's have another drink, alright? I like where this is going.
Just not many drinks because if you're like me, you won't remember it. I never forgot any nights before, but then eventually, when I hit my 30s, just like, don't remember shit. Even when I'm not too far drinky, you know? Quickly scurries off to the bar and pairs 2 glasses of wine. Yeah, glasses instead of shots. I was thinking shots. But carefully walking back, he tries his best not to spill anything. Sitting down with a smile, he places the drinks on the table.
Thanks for opening up to me, by the way. It's enough to know your reasoning. I shouldn't pry for specifics. If I keep making you talk about your past, you'll never move on from it.
Did we say that we need something to move on from?
So, let's have a drink to the future, alright? And not the Komorebi, but the future we make for ourselves. No need to base our lives on all of that metaphysical nonsense.
I just keep on looking at Clace and being like, my god, his wrists are thick comparatively. I mean, I'm sorry, but I would think I would have thick wrists, but because, I exercise like a mother, but my wrists are absolutely thin. Here's my glass, and we drink in sync with one another. However, when I put a glass down, I have to come clean. This is when I let him know that I've never experienced Komorebi.
Oh, really? Well, even better. From what I've seen, people like you live happier lives. I've never understood all that counselor nonsense.
Well, it could be somebody just, I don't know. Totally agree, and thank him for his point of view. If anything, it seems like the remnants of a dead system. People our age have long since come to terms with Komorebi. But while we're on the subject, I have to ask him. What did he see in his vision? Didn't he see his fame and fortune? I know he had songs in his head, but what else did he glean? He immediately looks taken aback. His ears perk up. He looks worried and blushes softly as he adjusts his scarf. Such a mixed reaction. I can't tell if I did something bad or not.
That's a third date kind of conversation, you know? But I doubt this is the last time we'll be hanging out together. Just put that one on the back burner. At least for now. Please?
Now, I'm just gonna be like, okay, third date? We haven't been on our completed first date already. And let's see, wait a second. Does that mean we can count? Kinda. I don't want to be a hoe. But granted, it doesn't seem like if you just flirt with everybody, it would hurt anybody else, but still.
Smooth. But actually, I'm not really allowed to date. They say a single guy gets more attention from the fans. I know they're really after money, but I can't exactly fight the label.
Fair enough. Wait, the industry controls his personal life? That doesn't sound good. Although, it does explain why his social skills are rough around the edges. Okay, here's the thing. This isn't just a person can't date. Like, sometimes people can be awkward. Just which would maybe, say that he doesn't have a bunch of sex sticks. But I'm just saying, if this really is the first group of friends, I'm glad and to be a part of it.
Although...
Because if he had a bunch of sex tapes, it probably wouldn't be, out there to say he had a boyfriend. He smirks.
I keep forgetting that I'm not bound by their rules during this hiatus. Like, I know I am, but it hasn't really registered in my head yet. They gave me this little break in order to seal a deal in the making.
A deal?
Yeah. After this break, I owe them 5 albums over 10 years. My last contract ran its course, so I actually had ground to negotiate. I'm giving them so much of my life. I guess I just wanted some of it back in return.
Yeah. There's something about all of this that seems so depressing. He's so able to say it with a smile. However, it's normal to him.
But I know that during this break, I'll make bonds that last a lifetime. The next 10 years will be nothing if I have all of you by my side. I was worried, but now I have some much needed backup.
Both smile at each other, and he blushes once more. Couldn't put my finger on it, but that seemed to be the perfect end to our talk. Though standing up at the same time, it was almost like the feeling was mutual, which seems as if we're both in sync. Like he said before, fish out of water. Holding out his glass, he simply repeats the earlier saying.
Remember, lost and clueless.
Both, but lost and clueless together. As I say that, I tap my glass against his. With a quick smile, return to rest with the rest of the group. Everyone seems to be getting along, as I head back to the group. Clay slowly sips the glass of wine, and everybody mingles with each other. That breather definitely helped, but I can't party as hard as everyone else, it seems.
Welcome back! Was starting to worry you'd ditch us. Not everybody can handle a night like this.
No hard feelings if that's the case, of course.
Oh, there'd definitely be hard feelings. Isaac planned this night just for you. Remember?
Pressure.
Yep, sorry.
That's not even true. He planned the night around Clace, too.
Makes me feel a little inadequate. I never got a party like this when I joined the group.
Yeah, I save it for the people who are worth it.
It do be like that sometimes.
Mean.
Justified, actually.
Clace finishes the glass of wine and places it down, emitting a loud noise. This gets our attention, and the bickering quickly stops.
What do you think we should do next? There's still a few hours before last call.
Get wasted.
Good question.
Get wasted? We all exchange glances, unsure of what to do. No one mentions anything, so Clay changes the subject.
I may have blown my cover a little earlier, by the way. We should probably sneak out the back entrance when we leave.
Find a
That's
dumpster?
fine with me. I warned everybody that we might attract some attention. What should we do if everyone starts crowding you?
I don't think it'll be an issue, but just stay by my side. I can keep you safe if anything escalates.
Actually, I figured we'd be the ones protecting you.
Yeah, right. The crowd would eat you alive. I'm used to this, so if it comes down to it, just follow my lead. It doesn't happen too often, though. Not with the new point penalties.
The new what? No?
Yeah, public scene, big uproar, obstructing paths. If they notice us, they'll probably just watch from a distance. Pestering a public figure can net you like 10 different penalties.
Really? And that's been set in stone. That's not just one of the glitches happening lately.
Oh, glitches too.
Convenient excuse, don't you think? Crack down harder and blame it on a glitch?
Oh, is it tinfoil hat time? Trust me, I've heard every possible theory about Argus. The world was dealt a bad hand and they just wanted to help. That's all.
Okay, so now you are being like, hey, Argus is being completely just chill, dog. It's not doing anything wrong. Also, here's this fun fact. Usually when I do these videos, I do them like many months ahead of time. To where it's like, hey, if you, or, you know, Elon Musk's like, hey, if you liked or did something on our chat, on, you know, our platform that got you fired, we will pay 100% of your legal fees, you know, to fight it. It's like, wasn't Twitter losing money prior? And now you're like, okay, no matter what, you're going to do this stuff? Boy.
You should hear what some of the people say to me at work. They have no problem trash-talking the company they're giving money to.
I mean, some things I would have to assume could be justified with. Then all of them, it's like, no.
Well, I mean, we're not just giving them money. We're giving them the freedom to control our lives. I know it's for the greater good, but it's still strict.
You can still do whatever you want, though. You're not tied down. At the end of the day, you're still in control of your score.
About that.
Yeah, but there's a lot of incentive to be an obedient drone. A bad score can literally destroy your life and your social status.
Well, not always.
What do you mean?
My score is pretty awful, especially with all the partying I do on tour.
Like, what kind of partying are you doing? 'Cause part of me am like, okay, are you not a hoe? And stuff, and they're just like, you're just dancing pretty hard, so you're losing a lot of points, or are you, like, drinking, doing drugs, and all that stuff, and they're like, well, we have actual evidence of this, so docked points.
That is so not fair. Tank your score and they still let you buy out a bar? If any normal person tried that, they'd just be laughed away.
But it's money.
So the scores aren't as absolute as we think. I mean, as far as theories go, that's pretty common.
But you can't say that's part of Argus's game. Notable people have always been given special treatment.
Yeah.
It's not like that's a new addition to our society. Nothing changed.
And nothing's changed, but less changed.
Shouldn't it, though?
That's a bit too deep for me. No sense wasting time on something you can't change. It's just wishful thinking. Like trying to defy your vision.
That doesn't mean you should just sit back and give up. As long as you believe in your cause, a losing battle can still be worth fighting.
You guys flip-flop way too much on whether or not you believe your visions.
Us and the rest of the world, Isaac. We weren't all given a bright one like you were.
Oh, he has a bright future? Irian looks shocked, exchange glances. I know alcohol was at play, but Dante just made a big mistake. Revealing facts about another person's vision? Really bad move. Really? I didn't have vision, but I knew they were super intimate. Sharing a vision with someone else was an expression of trust. To have them speak about it to others, it was a bit of betrayal.
You may think it's bright from what I told you, but unless you're all there beside me, it'll feel hollow. When things get tough, the hope that I can change it keeps me going.
Dodger shakes his head. Upon realized this mistake.
I'm sorry, Isaac. I didn't mean to speak for you.
It's fine. I'm among friends. I would trust all of you with this stuff. Just not now.
That's fair. Anyway, let's go back to Taylor. You've heard every theory? What are some of the worst?
Aliens?
Excuse me, people actually believe that?
Are you guys segregated to your own worlds? Just saying aliens exist.
Oh, totally. I see it everywhere. Whenever something weird happens, people on the internet will say aliens. And I do have to admit, Komorebi is pretty high up there on the weird scale.
Yeah, but aliens?
Hey, I never said I believed it. I think the deterrent theory is way better.
The what?
Oh, I know about that one actually. Right before the first visions, world tensions were high. Everyone thought we were moments away from all-out war.
It do be like that.
Then, all of a sudden, Komorebi steps in. We don't care about fighting each other anymore. We have a new common enemy, the future.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. It's not something you can take, like a nation, and it's not something you can force, like an ideal.
So, if this game is connected to the other games, like the first game, it was... They got these 2 planets, and then it's, hey, there's this entire universe, but it's kind of dead and separate unless you revive it. And then Winds of Change was, hey, here's this separate planet, but, you know, it's in this time thing, trying to fight the bad guy that is an orb kind of thing. And now it's something else, I guess?
It brought about peace. Whether random or created, that's still the case.
I don't think I can buy the theory that someone created Komorebi. It would be impossible to manufacture something like that, right?
I mean, if it's part of the Clays universe, then that is absolutely not impossible.
I don't know about that one. There's always a scientist that tries to play God, you know? Like I said, I'm more inclined to believe that theory. Doesn't mean I believe it.
That's fair. I did hear about some crazy experiments in Switzerland.
So wait, there's, like, future Switzerland?
Yeah, they're always up to something over there. I know they were obsessed with contacting another universe for a while.
Unless this is, like, past Clays. Also, he doesn't have colored hair. Huh.
Did that ever go anywhere?
Also, maybe it's because Koa died.
I don't think we were worthy of a response. Like Taylor joked about, this is probably just the darkest timeline. They take one look at what we have to put up with and run the other way.
So, but it could be like, hey, they didn't talk about this technology of, made your mind too much.
That's so depressing.
I have a cure for that.
Alcohol. Jill holds up a bottle of booze, implying it's time to drink more.
Besides, it's a waste of time to focus on questions that have no answer. Like, why do scissors come in packages that require scissors to open? Like, I'm buying a pair. That obviously means that I don't have one to use.
It do be like that.
Why don't you just use a kitchen knife to open it?
It do be like that.
What?
We have like 10 knives in the kitchen drawer. You do know you don't need to use scissors, right?
Doesn't Taylor live on his own?
But there's a little picture of scissors next to the dotted line.
It do be like that. Even says Taylor.
Is it okay if I just start drinking again? I mean, we're here to have fun, not rip into Taylor.
It do be like that.
You know what? You're right. But I do appreciate talking about more real issues. Even if we'll never know the truth, it's still healthy to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'll drink to that one. It can't be all fun and games, even if we want it to be.
It do be like that.
Honest-
You must not have
sorry.
much freedom when you're on tour.
Nah. I'm always at arm's length for one person or another. But I told them I wanted to be left alone while I'm on this hiatus. At least it'll give me the chance to prove that I can care for myself.
And even if you couldn't, we'd be there for you. How about we grab some bottles and head back to my place?
I'm like, oh, hey, how far are we into this? 20 minutes at least? 35? Okay. Nope.
Sounds good to me. Just remember what I said about taking the back door.
Didn't know you guys had that kind of relationship.
Ooh, ooh.
He meant the nightclub, you absolute idiot.
Taylor smirks without saying another word. A moment later, we all scurry towards the bar. Grab a few bottles of whatever stands next out to me. Getting cancer is a pretty apt expression, especially for Taylor, who seems overwhelmed with possibilities. He keeps taking a bottle, putting it back, and then taking another one. We didn't leave him behind. We want him to choose before leaving. Free was certainly the best price of all. I mean, I'm not sure how the next scene is, how long the next scene is. I don't think it's particularly long, so we'll just keep on going since it's the end of the demo at least. We scurried down the streets, carrying more alcohol than we could ever drink. But it was all paid for, so there's no point in letting it go to waste. Actually, we'd be entirely stocked up for New Year's Eve party.
Damn, they're really watching us, huh? Kind of embarrassing. They're gonna think we're alcoholics.
I mean, we're not, are we?
Well, if you're not, you sure fooled me.
It do be like that sometimes. On the other side of the street, people watch us from a distance. The flash of the cameras is annoying, but not too overwhelming. Chris is right. They won't approach us due to the system.
How do you operate under this much pressure, Clace? There's so many eyes on me, I can't help but feel violated.
I mean, personally, I don't pay attention.
Yeah, you get used to it. The number one thing is remembering that they like you. They watch out of respect and admiration, not to judge.
Like, none out of that stuff. It's like, I just wear a mask.
Typically, I'd
not
assume you're
famous.
right, but I imagine you don't walk down the street like this too often. I mean, we look like we just robbed a dozen liquor stores.
We kinda did. I was just joking about buying it out.
Wait, what?
What?
I tried to make a joke.
Damn it.
Dude, don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack.
Nah, I'd never do that. It'd be way too boring without you.
I keep looking at the other side of the street. The crowd grows. Isaac was right. After all, we definitely got some attention. Thankfully, I made sure to dress nice and act confident. Okay, Clace, you need to get another scarf. Lose the glasses, I guess. That might
Really?
work.
Good to know I made a nice first.
Before he can finish, we hear a bottle of booze hit the ground. It shatters, and I feel drops splash against my ankles. I turn around. Don stares at us. Clearly his fault.
We will never mention this again.
A crowd that has watched us laughs, like studio audience. It's so weird, like they can't cross the divide between us. The system is keeping us apart. Desperate, despite our desires.
I'd agree, but I know you'll just end up dropping more. You're next level clumsy, and now it's embarrassing me.
Like, are you just holding it in your arms in front of you, or do you have bags or something?
Nothing wrong with getting embarrassed. It'll help keep your ego in check.
Me? Ego?
It's undeniable.
Chauncey struggles to rearrange the balls in his hands. We stand by and wait for him, but we don't clean up the glass. One of the automated drones should be by to fix in minutes, for sure.
Hey, you need some help?
Hey, it's Lugosi. We're all shocked to attention. And look at the other side of the road. Someone walks over, but it's not just anybody. We know this guy.
Figured they weren't gonna jump in and lend a hand. Looks like they're scared of getting in trouble. Well, intimidated even.
Intimidated? Why?
No idea. I'm just a messenger. But I saw a friend in need and ran to help. Guess the system doesn't like good Samaritans.
Well, it's not that. Our friend here is kind of famous, so they want pictures. The system is actually protecting us from a stampede.
I kind of wonder if I could change my guy's thing to be more me, because, like, my guy's avatar is like Black Wolf, but with yellow eyes. This guy has yellow eyes, now that I think about it, but my guy is just completely black, and has black Scalara?
Oh, famous? Really? Been here for a day and I'm already making connections? I'd be super jealous back at home, you know, if we cared about that kind of stuff.
He kneels down beside the broken glass. Running a couple of fingers along the pool of booze, he tastes it. Why would you even do that? Be like, here's this broken liquid, let me taste it. You'll look at each other, confused and a bit concerned about health risks.
Oh, you drink this stuff?
But also, like, it would have to be sterile as heck.
Yeah?
Tastes disgusting.
It's booze. But do Zeros not drink booze?
Yeah, but it makes us happy.
Like, that'd be surprising since booze has been around for forever.
Is this Argus's doing? Make you happy with drinks so you don't fight back?
I mean, yes, that's society.
What?
Have you learned about Russia?
Just some food for thought. Or drinks for thought, I guess. Here, let me have some of that.
He motions towards Dante and holds out a hand. Dante looks at all of us, confused, having Zero, before giving Zero some bottles. Giving Zero. So we just call him Zero instead of the Zero? Carrying them with threads of ease, because he is so strong with his big arms. He shrugs, unsure of what to do next.
Where are we going?
Home.
Well, I don't want to intrude on anything. I'll just help you carry your bottles and then go on my way. Let's call it even for the food you've been giving me.
Especially if there's an apple involved in the latter part of it.
Sounds fair.
Are you sure we won't get in trouble?
No. It doesn't matter anyway. Look at all the people taking photos of us. Any chance that we wouldn't get caught is long gone.
So wait, is there not just some constant thing about that just scans everyone just constantly?
Is it actually a crime to talk to a Zero?
Well, it's a crime for them to sneak into the city. I imagine it's against the rules by association. If we get docked points, let's just contest it.
Fair.
The system really keeps you all apart, huh?
He tilts his head to the people on the other side of the street. Also, it's like some kind of system where you can't help homeless people. You can't give them money or food or anything like that. I think they're introducing that in America, but...
It's like both sides are worried about their score. Common sense tells me you could coexist just fine.
Common sense. Not a lot of city folk have that. But thanks for the help. I appreciate it.
Well, you could show your appreciation by actually talking to me. Every person I meet, it's always score this and points that. I don't care about those. Let me make that crystal clear.
Well, you could tell us about yourself. We have a bit of a walk ahead of us. At least an hour.
Jesus, that is a walk.
I want to hear about the famous dude first. What did he do? Suck up to Argus the most?
Hey.
Not really. My score is terrible. But I like to sing and dance, and people like to listen and watch. I'm on a break now, but I usually just travel the world and perform.
That sounds stressful.
Sorry that I was sucking up to everybody. Not literally, at least. Not yet.
You have no idea. I'd suggest easing up on the Argus hate, though. There's no need to draw attention to yourself.
Yeah, you want to fit in as much as possible.
can he eventually fit
It's
in?
hard to do that when I can't enter any buildings. I'm supposed to have a phone with a special chip in it. I don't even have any money. How am I supposed to fit in?
Yeah, what he
Aren't
said.
you here with your friends to fight that, though? You know, so you can have access and stuff?
No, they're here to fight it. I'm here to see the sights and learn about this city. There's a lot less green around here. Super depressing.
Yeah. Suddenly, I remember the pamphlets that was shown earlier today. This might be a good time to get more information from Zero. Someone told me we wouldn't make a habit of hanging out. I started to ask him in an effort to make productive conversation. The presence of an outsider is always good. It changes your views. Yeah, let's keep going. He seems to dislike Argus, but does he really believe the things I read?
Pamphlets? Wait, which ones are you talking about?
I don't know what I've heard. They believe that Argus is responsible for Komorebi. And not only that, but they believe Komorebi disproves free will.
That's ridiculous. Argus must have planted those to make us look bad. We did bring some reading material, but not as stupid as that.
What did you bring exactly?
You know, just stuff about the impending land crisis. We grow in numbers while your cities grow in size. Less food and more people. A pretty bad combination.
I didn't know it was so severe.
It's definitely going down that route, yeah. But it's best to take care of it before it becomes a problem, you know? We just have foresight. Figured you'd all be used to that by now.
It's weird talking to a fellow geologist about climate change, and they're like, well, this stuff's gonna happen no matter what. It's like, long-term climate change happens in tens, if not hundreds of thousands of years. The things we're experiencing right now, no, that does not. Also, we're able to change it. Humans could, yeah.
Though I guess everyone focuses on potential futures. Kinda stupid when there's a real one right in front of your noses. One look at a zero colony and you'd be on my side, I guarantee it.
Huh. I see. Well, thanks for helping. And I hope you enjoy your time in the city.
Of course. It's nice to have a change of pace. And if you want to help in return, just tell people we aren't that bad. If they believe Argus that much, we'll have no chance. Especially if they're starting to fall for those fake pamphlets. Whoever made them, it's clearly just an attempt to undermine.
Also, we're gonna date this guy too. I mean, the first game, okay, the second game, we were dating Felessa? We're not even gonna finish that game before we finish this. I mean, I finished it like a while ago, but still.
Honestly, that's the best way to ruin somebody. Attack their credibility until it doesn't even matter if they speak the truth. Remove our willingness to hear so we don't care what you have to say.
Exactly.
Exactly. But like I said, it feels like a losing battle. Maybe you should share some of that happy juice with me.
No. He lets out a soft laugh, and we're all uncertain if he's serious or not. But we've been walking the entire time. We've lost the crowd. The return to privacy and anonymity was a welcome one, to say at least.
How much farther is it?
This is our way.
Maybe 5 more minutes?
Hopefully. I mean, you got paw maps, don't you?
All right. This is turning into quite the workout. I'm thankful that I got to make some new friends, though.
Likewise. And you're moving in with Isaac, right? Guess I'll have to come and visit more often.
Oh, that'd be awesome. But I can come to your place for that stream we talked about. I think a lot of people would be interested in watching it.
You're telling me. Just be warned that I say a lot of stupid stuff. You kinda have to turn off your filter to fill dead air.
I say stupid stuff.
I watch you all the time.
Was it
Trust
told
me,
this
I know.
Christmas?
Let's settle on a date and time, and I'll get them to make a press release. The more hype we can build leading up to it, the better. Sound good?
No one's talking about Christmas?
More than good.
I never watched Taylor, but this has me interested.
Yeah, you never watch. You just leech off of my viewers.
How's that work?
It's a good life.
We laugh and continue to walk home. Zero is rather quiet though. You're probably just not sure where he fits in, but we still appreciate the help. By the time we make it back home, he barely says another word. Yeah, this is gonna be us saying a thing and then Smoochy Boys. But let's continue. When he entered, Zero stays outside. He rests the booze he carried on the ground, and we move it inside. Takes a couple of chips outside to transport it. How many was he carrying? We eventually get
Hey,
the job done.
it doesn't look like he's leaving.
Taylor peeks out the window. It's a bit cold, a bit odd. And on both Taylor and Zero's part.
Well, that's a little odd. I'll go talk to him for a few minutes. You can all relax. I won't be gone long.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty sleepy over here.
I'm getting sleepy.
Fair enough. I'll try to hurry. You should mingle for a bit. There's no more prying eyes around. I'll show you your room as soon as I get back.
I'll start the timer.
As Isaac steps outside, the rest of us gather together. We sit down on the couch in unison and loud sighs.
I'm getting old.
Same.
Getting.
Funny.
Dude, you're 23. You're not old, you're just dramatic.
I'm 34.
Speaking of dramatic, you sure know how to draw a crowd, Clays. I was worried they'd cave and start swarming us.
It's really weird when you're getting old and like I got like Final Fantasy X 10-2 and it's like I looked at the like leaders of the nation like they're 19, 20, 23. I'm like, these guys are children. Even as I was, not particularly old. And then like there's that point where I was like, I'm getting to the age of the main characters, getting to the age of the older characters, getting past the age of the older characters. Like, let me just look at Mustang. Full Metal Alchemist. Mustang age 29 to 30. And Roy Mustang is... I am 4+ years older than him. Apparently I look young, like pretty young. Which is nice. And also I feel young. I mean, granted, except for this morning where I tripped over something when I woke up and then got a persistent knot in my shoulder, but now it doesn't feel anything anymore.
Nah, they usually behave. Even without the system, I'm sure they'd still respect me. The relationship I have with my fans is certainly, unique.
Sure seems that way. Watching them stare at us felt so surreal. Hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Well, even if it does, you get used to it. But I'd be down to go somewhere more private next weekend. And it might be a good idea to avoid that Zero if we can.
Oh, racist.
Why not hit up the Wayfarer? It's pretty dead in there, and I love the Atmo.
What's that?
A pub, and a pretty good one. Cheap drinks, and they don't mind pouring extra.
Do you guys live in Europe? Guys, pubs?
Sounds good to me. Honestly, a nightclub may not have been the best first choice. I hope you can forgive me for what happened after we left.
Don't worry about it, Clays. And I heard you suggest the Wayfarer? Whew, I'm so down. After tonight, I could definitely use a more relaxed outing.
Looks like Isaac's back and kept his word of not being on for long. He sits down on the couch with the rest of us and yawns.
I'm just going to die here now. I think I've used up my social energy. It's all over for me.
I do feel that all the time.
You still have to show me to my room.
All over.
I can show you if you'd like. We cleaned that room together and now I know why. But I'm curious, where's all your luggage at?
Oh, someone's gonna bring it over tomorrow. They'll take care of everything, so don't worry. Are we just gonna let Isaac pass out there?
No way! This is my couch! Even if I have to carry him to his room.
Must be a comfortable couch.
So romantic. Why not just take his bed?
I'll never do that again. Oh, my back is still recovering.
Jeez, he must have really wrecked you.
Wait, you've slept in his bed before?
Wink. Upon hearing that, Isaac immediately jumps out of his seat.
All right, it's time. If you're showing Clace to his room, I'll stick with Delta. There's something I wanted to talk about anyways.
You know, I didn't catch that the first time, but...
Works for me. Then Taylor gets the couch. And just to set this in stone, we're going to the Wayfarer next weekend?
Sounds good to me. Does Friday work for all of you?
Yep, I'm wide open. Also, I'll make us all breakfast. I assume your kitchen is fully stocked.
Stocked with eggs.
With all the essentials, yeah. But you don't have to do that.
Of course I don't. I'm just choosing to. This all means a lot to me, so I want to help out. It was great to finally meet you too. Well, all of you.
He looks at me and gives me a soft smile.
I guess that's our cue. See you all in the morning?
Sure thing. Taylor, if you need more blankets or anything...
We glance at Taylor, and he's fast asleep on the couch. I guess he wasn't exaggerating when he said how tired he was. As much as the night to last forever, it was time to sleep.
Oh, guess we have to keep it down now. He gets really angry if he loses his beauty sleep. Come on, Delta. Let's go somewhere more private.
I nod and start to walk over to my room. I'm not sure what he wants to talk about, but it can't be anything bad. It's probably related to the night he planned. If I enjoyed it and stuff like that. Guess we can be a little bit longer. Even though it's an hour longer, but whatever. It's not a finale, since it's the game I bought and not the demo. I was thinking it would be like, oh hey, he comes to my room, and the other guy comes to my room, and the other guy comes to my room, because I'm a hoe. Soon get to my room, I sit on the bed. Isaac follows suit, sitting down beside me, but also keeping his distance. He adds a sense of familiarity to this otherwise bland and lightless room. I don't have enough space to bring anything with me. Also, God, this view is great, and room looks good too. A lot of stuff, like my computer and bed, had to stay behind. Why would you leave your computer behind? It's not that hard, really. But I guess it's not a fresh start. Maybe shut a bit.
So, did you have fun? What did you think of the plans I made?
I couldn't stop thinking about the people I left back home. No.
Wait, all it takes is me? Oh, I definitely got too ambitious then. Oh well, at least next weekend will be low effort.
Hyena.
Not that there's anything wrong with ambition, though I guess it's one of those in moderation things. You could easily go too far. Even Argus was started by someone with high hopes.
Puts back his head a bit, like he's nervous.
I hope we don't get docked too many points for what happened tonight. Community service wasn't how I planned to spend the rest of my year. We didn't even do anything wrong, so Why do I feel so guilty?
We did kind of drop that bottle of booze and just leave it, but I guess a robot deals with it. Shaking his head, it's a dramatic sigh.
Oh, everyone keeps inheriting such flawed ideals these days. Our minds are sewn shut before we even have the chance to open them. Makes us scared of change. Scared of things that are good.
Like smooches of boys?
The world was never reinvented by people who thought inside the box, Delta. But try as hard as I can, the envelope always pushes back. Rules, guidelines, scores, they just foil progress.
I nod, unsure of where he's going with this. But I imagine that his score means more to him than others. Yours are Argus, after all. People who govern everything. Getting on the bad side would probably cause endless worry. Yet, here he sits, with the look of realization on his face, rather than fear. Like the look of a man who just realized what needed to be done.
I think we'll need to have a proper conversation about all that nonsense. Especially with everything that's been going on the last few days. That Zero seems to like us, but I can't blame him.
He gives me a thumbs up and a wide smirk.
We're just the coolest.
You both laugh, and he inches a bit closer.
For real though, people get in trouble for this kind of thing. But if we do, I want to fight it. And I want your help to do that too. Talking to a Zero shouldn't have to damage our lives.
It shouldn't. I agree. You approached us, and the interaction was harmless. As long as no harm was done, I don't think we should get in trouble. Of course, letting one thing slide can easily turn to an avalanche.
In fact, I'm willing to fight for a world where no one cares about that stuff. And if Argus just uses that to make an example out of me, well, at least I tried. Everyone else just accepts their punishment without asking questions.
It's true, people can easily become blind to the status quo. Jump through enough hoops, and eventually you'll get used to it. It's what Argus did. Taught us to jump without asking why.
Anyway, I'd hate to end this night on a sour note. I'm just drunk venting, and there's no need to do that right now. I came in here to thank you for tonight, and let you know that I'm here. I know things are getting off to a great start, but I'm still here. If you're ever lonely, scared, or thinking of home, just let me know. I haven't been this motivated in years, and it's all thanks to your arrival.
Place a hand on mine.
I've got your back. I guess I just want to make that clear. At the end of the day, this give and take is all we really have. But you know what? It's all we really need. Someone there to help us when things go bad. Someone to direct us when we start feeling lost. I'm trying to buy time now since I'm super nervous. But I guess this is one of those things that I just need to get over with. Especially now that the booze has shot my confidence sky high.
Without another word, he leans forward and kisses me on the cheek. Then he pulls back, his face bright red. I'd never seen him like this before. It's not a bad thing, though. I squeeze his hands with a smile before letting go.
Enjoy your new life, Delta. And here's to a better tomorrow.
This room happier than he'd been all night. It must be a relief that things were went off mostly without a hitch. I plugged in my phone and lay on the bed and stare up at the ceiling. It's almost been a week, but it still doesn't feel like my bed. Ooh. I wonder when that will change. And what might spark that change? Ooh. The fact that we can make everywhere feel like home is rather peculiar. It just might take some more time. My legs feel heavy, and soon I succumb to fatigue. The very same fatigue I once fought off in Isaac's car when I first arrived. Is that parallel? Anyways, but I feel like this time I can get the better. It can get better. I can let it get the better of me. I deserve it, after all. I sleep despite my worry that tomorrow will greet. That the tomorrow I greet will not be better. Because vision or not, we will be united in our fear of what would happen next. Achievement unlocked. So this is as far as I got. And then they were hungover. It do be like that sometimes. So, what was the last one? This one? Oh, good. I can just hold that.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Well,
So that's going to be the end of this let's play because I'm going to start the next one
And I,
with that. Because unfortunately, just can't, you know,
of course.
yeah.
scroll back. I don't think in any cases, games you can.
Experience heart-to-heart fragment.
But that's going to be the end of this let's
How are you
play.
holding up?
Oh, good. It doesn't let me just automatically scroll over. So, please comment, guys. Like, comment, submit, you like, dislike, tips, otherwise, if you like me, YouTube, and like to grow, then please subscribe and check out the various epic grown. Please remember spam your ammo so I can control the pet population. And gosh, it's an hour. Though I guess it's kind of the finale to the demo part. Unless anything changed. That's why I kind of like redid that. That in case saves weren't
That's
compatible.
a third
Because
date kind of conversation,
it
you know?
does be like that sometimes.
I keep forgetting that I'm not bound by their yet. But I
Yeah.
remember. Lost and clueless.
Well,
I mean, Clay's is smoochable.
That makes me. Yeah.
just
I mean, it's hard to find a non-smoochable boy here.
I don't. Yeah.
the new.
There's like
Yeah.
4 of them.
Oh,
You should.
Well,
You can.
yeah.
well.
I think there's just 4 of them.
That
That does. You got us.
But, yeah.
It's fine.
that's
Go to this game, it's on Steam. And until next time on Let's Play,
it.
me, GamerWolfSix,
Did that ever?
Komorebi, or side play,
What?
because, you know, it do
Yeah,
be
like-
like that sometimes.
Is it okay?
Hey,
You might.
As I start the next Let's Play, even though, you know, the revision won't be too hard, because we're going to be hungover. Hungover like I am, unfortunately, quite a bit, right, recently. But, yeah, it do be like that sometimes. Well, with ship work. Anyways, yeah, thanks and see you.
I nothing.